Welcome everybody to our Suite Soirée Spotlight, where we are going to feature one of my closest and dearest friends, Annie Marie Lang. Annie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Well, and this is very special. This is very special because I adore Annie. Like, it is a secret love affair with her. She
goes both ways.
She and I met many years ago. I was doing a passion project. She helped me with it, and we became besties immediately. I think she is an amazing human, but also an amazing artist. And when we shared with her that we were going to do this retreat, she was the first person to say, "I'm in. What do you need from me?" And she has graciously offered to provide free headshots for all attendees, which is amazing because this place is so massive and we're going to be able to set up an entire photo studio for her. But why this is so incredible, if anybody is on the fence about attending this amazing event, is that she is award winning, like 1 million awards. 1 million.
Maybe 500,000. Come on. I'm working on it.
All right. So here's the thing. I mean, I don't want to steal your thunder, but like, I adore you. Like, it's like this. It's like all of this. It's all of this.
Hearts popping out of yours. You had hearts popping out of yours. How come
she talks a lot with her hands. I see balloons a lot from her too. I don't know what she's doing for balloons, but
yeah. All right. So for those tuning in, will you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and where you're coming to the soiree from?
Yes. Well, like you said, I am Annie Marie, and I have been doing photography for over 30 years now. And I started way back in the 90s when it was just film, cameras, and no Photoshop, no internet, no computers, nothing. It was old school back then. And I actually started doing it more with an artful eye because I did the hand-colored black and whites. I wanted people to have art with I did mostly children and family back then when I started, and I started out in Miami. And my work and my business has evolved so much because I moved from Miami to Minnesota in 2000 and kind of started from scratch up here in Minnesota. And now I concentrate on high school seniors. I do a lot of headshots, corporate branding. I have a project called Ageless Beauty, where I work with women ages 50 and over, just to let people know that when we are over 50, we are not going, in the background. We are vibrant and wise and gorgeous. And it's time that we think about ourselves and do something for ourselves. And so I do beautiful sessions with women over 50 for my Ageless Beauty project. And I also work with fine art and think outside the box a little bit. And that's my creative outlet for doing some things like that and getting my accreditation. So that's me in a nutshell.
And like, fun fact, she's an amazing graphic designer by trade. Yes. And she has an amazing t-shirt line, which I'm sure she'll tell us all about later. And maybe we need a Suite Soirée t-shirt.
Oh my God, I would love that. That would be so fun.
Well, and it's just testament to how good you are because of I started Retool in 2011, and almost every single client I've had has flown in to do a session with you. So
that's been fun. I've really enjoyed that. Thank you.
I might not have flown, but I definitely drove the 2 hours with pleasure.
Yes. Oh my God, you were so fun to work with,
comfortable.
Sarah. Oh my God.
Thank you. Yeah, I just keep reviewing all the pictures going, oh my God, that's me. And oh my God, my eyes aren't closed and my face isn't distorted. Thank you. I felt like a supermodel.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the big $50,000 question. What made you say yes to joining the retreat, saying it didn't matter what it took, you were going to be there even if it meant sleeping on a couch, and why you were so gracious in offering your invaluable services to our attendees? Why do you want to be there?
Okay, well, first of all, nothing made me say yes, because as soon as you brought that up, the first thing I did was looked at that weekend on my calendar, and I said, if that weekend's open, it's a yes. I mean, no matter how I went, I was going to go. And when you brought up the idea of maybe taking headshots, I'm like, heck yes, because I'm a giver. I love to share my talent with people, and if I'm able to go and create like a beautiful portrait of someone or a headshot for someone, and also get in people's heads and network, I mean, hello, it's a yes, yes, yes for me.
Yeah.
Because I think it's an amazing opportunity when like-minded women can get together in a separate space where we automatically relax and step away from the craziness of our lives and our computers and everything. And it's 100%, we're 100% there. You know, our minds, our bodies, our hearts, our souls, everyone, we're there and present. And I think it's just going to be amazing just to get to know each other and really dig deep into our businesses and our lives, and inspire each other.
Yeah. And you're speaking a lot to retreat life when you say that. Like
Right,
that is
exactly.
retreat life, where
Exactly.
you can slow down and get a
Mhm.
little bit more personal with each other.
Right, right.
In fact, speaking of personal, did Kelly run the idea by you to make headshots easier? You could just wear whatever pants and be business up only. Did she shoot that idea to you?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I was like, absolutely not. I would never feel comfortable. But then who knows what I'm wearing for pants right now?
Right. I mean, I can get a little bit more variety if they have partial bottoms at least, because then I'm not limited to just waist up. But if someone wants to come in their PJ bottoms and their fuzzy bunny slippers, that's
Why
fine.
not? It's retreat life.
I might just capture that in a photo, just, to have it. But
That can go on our shirts.
yes, we got to be authentic.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's funny.
So something that I'm always curious about, because when we make a decision to do something versus not do something, like attend one of these things, sometimes we're trying to fill a gap potentially. Would you say that there is anything missing in your life or your business that led you to say, I'm going and I'm going to invest 3 days out of your life? Because let's get real, you're not cheap,
No.
literally and figuratively. Like, we are not, right? So that is a huge, and if people don't understand what an opportunity cost is, here's like a fun little business lesson, is that there is an expense to actually physically be in attendance at something, but then there is also a cost of doing business where you aren't out, conducting your own business. Mm-hmm. So the investment is significant. So I'm just curious, what do you think was amiss there? Like, you want to try to fulfill?
Yes, absolutely. I do have something that I'm trying to work on in my business. And, speaking of an investment, we invest in attending, but at the same time, if we can launch something in our business that will make that, like, we'll get that back tenfold, even if it's just in our personal lives. Sometimes, people get caught up in dollar amounts, but it's value, and I think attending that is going to be so valuable. And for me, what I want to do is I want to connect with, like I said, like-minded women who I believe are all my ideal client, my potential clients. And I'm having, I don't want to say a hard time, but it's getting harder for photographers at my level who are professional photographers that believe in education and getting better with their craft, that offer an entire experience for my clients. I hold their hand through the entire process. I'm creating art and authentic images of people, and I offer beautiful products for them to enjoy forever. And the value, I know what my value is, but I'm also competing in a world where 80% of the photographers just buy cheap cameras. They maybe watch a couple videos on YouTube and they say, oh, I'll just charge a couple $100 and give them all the digitals. And so I find a lot of people don't understand and don't appreciate the value of what good photography is. They just want to go with what's cheap. And And so I find that I'm constantly wrestling and having to hustle to be seen in the industry as, as the value that I offer. And, and I mean, it's like with anything in the business, someone that isn't going to walk into a Louis Vuitton store and say, oh, no, I think I can get a purse for $20 at Target. I don't understand why your purses are $2,000. It's a purse. And I kind of feel it's the same way people are comparing. They say, well, it's just a photograph, so I'm going to go with the cheap photographer. But for me, it's not just about the photograph. It's about the entire experience. It's about capturing their personalities and being authentic and, the quality of what I offer. And so I just want to chat with women to find out, what I can do in my marketing, my advertising, and my message to people to be seen. It's just hard to, like I post all these on my Instagram, but how do I get people to see my Instagram, unless they're already clients and things like that, just to kind of, just to try to find out where I can fit into, the marketing world, or how I can message myself so people understand that I'm not, just going to take a bunch of pictures and, throw them on a drive for people to figure out what to do. I'm going to really take care of my clients. And so people understand that there's value in that.
Yeah. I can speak to that. How long we were there? An hour for makeup, 2 more hours for Annie.
Yeah.
Beautiful experience.
Thank you.
It is. And, I think that's one of the reasons I think that you and I are so much in alignment. There's our friendship, but then there's also our professional relationship.
Right.
And when Sarah and I talked about partnering on a retreat, we just bring such different skill sets to the table. Mine's front end branding, differentiation, messaging. And then Sarah is very operational and systems and sales and, unpacking and making it run, the machine run. I shared with her that it was not optional for me to create a very luxe event, that it was very, and it doesn't have to be the Louis Vuitton of retreats, but I wanted this to be a high caliber experience, because I feel like when we are a byproduct of where we hang out, right? Mm-hmm. So there is a time and a place for the log cabin, right? But I just felt so strongly about creating this experience for people to be in a room that helps elevate to the next level. And I really feel like you live that to the core of your being. Listen, we can rough it and sleep on the couch. And, I love watching your Instagram feed on your rebuilding of those amazing trailers that you're doing. Yes. What are those called? What are they called? Airstreams. Yes. She rebuilds them. Like, she gets dirty. I love that about you. I love the duality of that. But like, there are times where we're not going to skimp on quality. And this is one of them. So.
Right. And you're going to attract people that value that. And so that's where we're all going to, kind of start on that same level. Like, if you were going to just do it cheap, you wouldn't have the same level of mindset at the retreat. And by having it at a certain level, you're going to attract people that are at that level. And I think that's where the networking and the friendships will be, created a little bit deeper.
I agree.
We're all going to be a little fancy. Pinkies up for this one, ladies. Pinkies up.
Fancy. I don't know about fancy.
That's how Kelly holds her mimosas on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings.
Because there's going to be 2, but pinkies up in sweatpants.
Sweatpants. Business on top.
Patty, what would you tell people if they were on the fence about attending?
I would just say, don't let money or a dollar amount, if that's what's holding you back, because I can't think of another reason that would hold someone back. Because like I said, you're going to get so much more back than what you're putting in it. And, we're all going with our businesses in mind. And I think just networking with these women, sometimes people outside of our own industry can really give us so much insight into, valuable information that would help launch our business. And, the way I look at things like investments and like, let's say my studio rental, it's kind of a lot a month, but I look at it this way. I can pay for my studio with one client sale every month. And so that makes me feel like, okay, well then if I have, several sales in a month, I just need one to, so then I'm not thinking of it as like taking money away. It's like, I know I'm supplementing that. And I think people need to think about this as an investment for a whole future, and if it's, I don't know if I'll fit in or whatever, everyone fits in. There's nobody that doesn't fit in, we're all in this together. And yeah, so whatever's holding you back, just think about what you can get from it, think about the end result, not getting there or paying for it or, being, maybe, I don't know what the deal would be, but just realize that this is something that it's an investment in the future of your business. And we'll probably get so much out of it personally too, that we don't even realize. So
Yeah.
Just do it.
Well, and obviously there's an argument for investing in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Investing in your business, and we kind of kill two birds with one stone with this retreat is
Yep.
because you get a little bit of both. But also, I don't know if people realize that they can take it as a tax write-off because it is a business retreat technically.
Right.
And not only that, but if you run your own business, take it as the tax write-off. We all need more of those. But also, if you are an employee, we have created a document that we would share with them that they can give to their employer to see if their employer would reimburse them for that investment. So, we just want to let people know that happens too. So,
well, that's a great point. Like if you're an employee in a company, you would come back with probably a better employee. The company that you work for, that would be they would be investing in you. So
Yeah.
That's a great
yeah.
thing too.
Again, space away from the office, space away from home. You might actually get something done without those two other locations.
Yep, exactly. And that's why I was saying, to get away from our computers and away from our homes and going to a different location, we will 100% be there physically and mentally, and without those distractions of our families and our other activities and, having to cook dinner and whatever, taking the dog out.
You say that last point about having to cook dinner, more often than not, the hardest part after you leave the retreat is when you have to make your first meal and you're like, where is Jen? Why are my eggs not ready? So I hear that comment more often than not. Coming back to the real world is real hard.
Yep, because the fridge is probably going to be empty too.
Yep.
All right. So before we wrap, we just again wanted to just share with anyone tuning in that if you attend, you get a free headshot with Miss Annie Marie.
Yes.
Award winning. Once again, it's award winning. It's award winning. Award winning.
There it is. It is. Woo!
Oh my God. And of course, we always want to just do a shout out to your amazing businesses. Will you share with everyone where they can find you, Annie?
Okay, so I have a list. Okay, so on Instagram, you can find me at annie.marie.photography. Or if you have children in high school, you can find me also at Annie Marie Seniors. I have those two separated because I don't think seniors want to look through photos of, random other things. On my website is anniemariephotography.com, where you can find all things Annie Marie. There's links to all my social media. I have a shop page you can get to some of my design sites. You can get to my t-shirt shop, happytees.com. I also have started a networking page where Kelly is on there, where I'm finding like-minded women. I mean, it can be men too. I'm not, but I'm just kind of putting little blurbs about businesses that some of my clients and friends of clients have. And so I have a little networking page that I'm just starting. But you can just take a look at my work there. You can find me on Facebook at Annie Marie or Annie Marie Photography. But if you do Annie Marie, it's more kind of, we can just chat as friends. And that's it.
And just to confirm, it's Annie, A-N-N-I-E.
I-E,
right?
yes.
Yep.
A-N-N-I-E. Yep.
Well, Annie, we cannot thank you enough for,
Mhm.
first of all, joining us. Second of
you.
all, believing in what we're trying to do here. And thirdly, for agreeing to do our fun little interview. I hope you thought it was as fun as we thought it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of sad it's almost over. I'd hang out with you two all day long.
I know.
I'm sure it would be productive.
I mean,
Very
if this is
productive.
like a little snippet of what it's going to be like at the retreat, I cannot wait.
100%. Except for the mimosas in hand. Again,
And
Kelly is
pajama
all about,
bottoms.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, Annie, thank you so much for your time. We love you with our whole heart, and we cannot wait to spend this time with you.
It's going to be so fun. Thank you for the invitation.
I'm excited you took it up.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
All right, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Want to meet her in person? You can. Suite Soirée is happening May 2nd through the 5th. Grab your spot at suitesoiree.com before it's gone. See you there.